So our current dilemma and what we're doing is we're having to fabricate on our brand new body dolly. Like, we literally just ordered this from Jegs. It's not even a week old. And the little adjustable, the tightening screws, they've got these cheap plastic turners and they're just turning.
They don't work.
They don't work. And we're having to weld on.
Basically break every single one of these off and weld a bolt to it so we can turn it and lock it in. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you, Art Captain, for saving the day again.
Yeah, we do have a link. So if you go through and if you use code FABCO806, you'll get 5% off your purchase.
We're gonna pull the body off the Bronco and we're gonna set it on this dolly now that this dolly is not flopping.
Yeah, the Bronco is getting ready to go to blast. This is gonna get picked up Friday morning. All right, let's move up a little bit, guys. Come with me. Let's roll.
Put the camera right here.
We're a little off center.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hold it. Let's go back. Can you hold it down like that?
All right, y'all. So I'm super sad. We were filming and the heat killed my battery. We got it off the body, onto the dolly, and we're definitely not going to try to capture that again for film.
Right in the middle, we're struggling, body's hanging sideways, and then our friend Scott from Texas Blastworks comes in just in time, and he helped
saved
us
the day.
move over here. We had to close the dolly some because it was too wide out, and sorry guys, y'all missed all that.
Yeah, so my camera was out in the sun and my phone overheated and it killed it. So you didn't get to see the struggle, which is probably a good thing. I think we had even mentioned in there for Efren, if he was watching, that just to close his eyes. So anyways, we got it successfully transferred onto the dolly. And so, hey,
ready for transport.
We're ready for transport. We're going to get ready. We're going to blast.
What's up, y'all? We're out here, Navasota, Texas, out here at Texas Blastworks. I know it's loud. You guys can hear they're blasting the rest of our parts, so we're getting them all fully blasted inside and out. Look at that. Came out beautiful. So now I'm gonna come out here, and while they're fresh, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in epoxy primer. We got some BP50 that we're gonna lay down, and mix ratio is 2 to 1. And we just want one nice thick coat on top of everything.
Kind of neat not filming in our usual hot box.
It is pretty cool out here.
It's a lot of parts to transport and we just want to make sure there's no flash rust. So drop us a comment, let us know what type of primer that y'all like to use. Alan really loves PPG, especially for quality and last, but what do y'all use? What are y'all using in y'all shop?
What y'all use and why you like to use it. All right, here we are. We've got them all in epoxy primer. Everything looks good. They did a great job. Fenders, everything. So all the rest of the stuff is little pieces, and then we have the body, which will be in tomorrow. We'll get it knocked out. We'll get it epoxy primered, and on Monday, I guess we'll start figuring out how to put this all back together. One big old puzzle. Don't mind our mess. We're right in the middle of moving again. I don't know, we just can't find the perfect spot, but I think this next one's gonna be great. So for today, you see we got the body back from blast, and a lot of this stuff we're gonna remove and replace, so that's why we didn't blast the floors. We've got new floors. What we're gonna focus on today is, you see this? It just looks square, kind of funky. boo-boo, right? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the body back on the frame, and I'm gonna try to build a firewall that fits the engine. You know, we've got the, what is it, a Coyote 5.0, and I think if the firewall would match the motor compartment, plus remember we're doing something to the rear wheel wells, we're going to put them up front just to give it more flavor instead of just all square up under the motor. I think that'd give it a little bit of, you know, that little push that we need to kind of set it apart from everybody else. Yeah, I think this would be a good thing to be able to set this body on there. We may be able to get the radiator support installed as well once the body's sitting on. I know we're waiting on a fender skirt because they only sent us one side. The other one was on back order. Everything else we got is super quick thanks to tomsoffroad.com. So remember to hit them up for any kind of Bronco parts. They seem to have everything in there. So by looking at those pictures and looking at what everybody else has, now I know that I want to do something different than what everybody else has. That way it makes it unique and in its own, you know what I mean? Full custom or bust. You guys get to see me struggle today and try to get this body on.
Well, don't forget, y'all missed the struggle of when we transferred this, or when we took the body off the frame,
Yes.
because my phone overheated.
The fun shall continue. So yeah, I'll get the body put on. I'll go ahead and get it bolted down. That way it's in place where it needs to be. I won't tighten it too tight, but it'll be on. Also, so when we move, we'll be able to transport it all together and not worry about the body flying off the frame. But also, I kind of need it bolted on. When you do a firewall, like I was gonna try to do it there, but you really need it to sit where it's gonna sit. That way you can, your design can be something that you can make off of this, you know what I mean? And it'll all match perfectly. It's gonna be a good one. Another great day. Let me clear everything off of this. And once I get it all cleared out, and then you guys, y'all, this time you will see us loading the body onto the frame. There we go.
Yeah, much better.
Much better. Here we go. I can see it. All right, let's come forward just a hair.
That was actually really smooth.
That really was.
Smoother than the removal, which, whew, that was.
Yeah,
a
we
good
got to
one.
come forward a little bit with it, but other than that, it's looking good. All right, now next step, I'm gonna get my bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt it in. I won't tighten it, I'll just get it bolted in kind of roughly where it's supposed to be, and then we'll go from there. If you guys want to help us, I can go to our merch store and get some merch. Not only will we make time to make them, but
It
that'll
supports
help
what we
us.
do, yeah.
Right.
It supports what we do. So we appreciate all the support. So thank you to everyone. But yeah, if you'd like to help out.
there it is. Link in the bio. Let's try that. A little bit more. Right there. Maybe a little bit to the left. A little bit to the right now. Right there. There it is. Is it going? Mm-hmm. Now the next one. Put this in here first.
Looks like we're a little to the, you see?
Yeah, so go to the right a little bit. Could be my rubber. Can you lift it up just a hair? There we go. Perfect. Let's stick this in there first. Once that's in, I need to put my washer in there. All right, so 2 down or 4 to go. I was really trying to get rid of these body shims, because see, 2-inch body shims. They're not that cool. Hold on, my gimbal is acting up.
Yeah, let me have it.
But you see my transfer case right there. is almost hitting the floor, so I can't go any lower than that. I don't like the gap between the transmission tunnel and the transmission. There's a huge gap in there. It's kind of hard to see. It'll work. It'll just make the truck look taller. And I guess taller is better, right? If you got some big wide tires. So we're gonna have to get some pretty big, not just width, but tall as well. Some 38s. That'd be crazy. With some 17 or 18 by 10 inch wheels. For now, the firewall is my peak of interest. I'm gonna get my torque wrench. I'm gonna torque these down. Remember guys, when you torque your body down, you don't just want to tighten it super tight. These, if you look in the books, they'll give you the specifications, and most of them are 45 to 50 pounds. It's not that much, because the weight of the body and everything else holding it down, you don't need a lot of weight or pressure on your torque. And plus, if you torque it too much, it throws your body lines off, and you can't never get them right. And some people sit there and fight with that, and they don't realize that their body is torqued down too tight. And this stuff is rubber, so it'll squeeze, you know what I mean, if you keep tightening it. And then they'll break. If you don't know what it torques down to, what it needs to, there's an awesome tool called google.com. It always works. Okie dokie. Front radiator supports, here they are right here. You want to see something funny? I didn't think it was funny at first because I couldn't figure it out, but guess which one's my left and guess which one's my right. They both look the same. So I guess they just said, we just need one side. And they did. Okay. There. And it goes the exact same way. It's a lock washer, so you're only gonna go so far. Yep, right there. Perfect.
Oh.
Oh, it needs a washer. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that, did y'all? If y'all did, it's okay. Even experts make mistakes. I'm not an expert, I'm just saying. There we go. Let's see if this will keep us from falling. There we are. Perfect. So it gives us an idea of kind of where we need to be. I'll get my radiator support right there, and we'll kind of cleco it into place. I have one arm that we could use, but I don't have the second arm. All this is getting replaced. I'm gonna make my kick panel for that side to match this side. And we're gonna get rid of that thing so our vintage air can be sucked in behind the dash and it won't be hanging down, looking all ugly. I think we're onto something cool. But you see the need for the firewall, as you see right here, it hits. And then we have this huge gap right here that's unnecessary. And I just think just comes straight through. We'll have to figure out how high. I might just do it to this line right here. That way I can match it on both sides. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, next step. Let me get my torque wrench, torque these down, and then we can get started on some work. Actually, I'm gonna ratchet it down a little bit until we're touching. Once it's touching, then I'll get my torque wrench, we'll torque them down. I might jump on the net right quick just to double check my torque specs. But any car is 45 to 50 pounds of torque, so I know that by other cars, especially Model A's. You torque a Model A down too tight, your door gaps are just gonna shut. Or they're gonna spread open depending on what sequence you torque them in. Some say you do have to kind of cross them. You can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have to one here, one there, one here, one there, back and forth. That way it all comes down equally and doesn't get itself in a bind.
Kind of like the way you do a tire when you do the star pattern.
Exactly. You know, you don't want to just tighten one side and then have the other side loose. So that way it sits down flat all the way and you're not wobbling as you're driving. What helps us with this one, keeping it from twisting, is that we are braced up really good. So the bracing is also going to help us from getting, you know, too tight. We won't. I think it was Willie Nelson said it the best. I never seen worry fix anything, so why worry? Amen.